Erin and this is Danny, and the littlest member of our family river. We have spent 2022 travelling and exploring some of the best spots Australia has to offer. Follow along this year as we continue to explore this amazing country.
Hey guys, we're back on the Gold Coast now. A super sunny, nice day today. So it's been a super busy month the last month. We travelled from Western Australia like really fast, right across the Nullarbor, down through South Australia, Victoria, and back up New South Wales and back to the Gold Coast. It was very busy. We were doing a lot of driving, and we've decided to sell the caravan. So now the caravan's gone, which was kind of sad to see go. We were driving down the street and someone came and picked it up, and it was like a bit of a sad time, but on to bigger and better things. So what we're doing is we're actually building out the back of the canopy in the ute here. So we're decking it right out. You can see we've got the 270-degree awning, we're going to have induction cooktops, a big 24-volt battery system. So I'm just going to do a bit of a walkthrough around the whole setup we got so far. It's obviously going to be a bit of a work in progress. This is what we're going to be living out of when we go on our trips now, instead of having the big caravan. Yeah, so firstly we got this big King's 270-degree awning. So we're on a bit of budget, so this is like one of the cheaper awnings you can get, but it'll be good to see how it goes for the price, because it's only like $500. So it seems very good value so far. Yeah, so these King's awnings are actually designed to go on a flat aluminium rack style setup. But I've just got the steel Amazon canopy here with a little like rails on top. So I've had to make like special brackets and everything to fit this on. I'm going to have another video on my other channels called Griffin's Garage, and we're going to show you like a bit of a more in-depth of how I installed that whole canopy setup. As you can see, it's a pretty windy day today, and it still seems to be hanging in there fine. Like it's not getting too, doesn't look like it's going to bend or snap off or nothing. So far so good. On the top here, we'll have 225 watt panels, so it comes to 250 watts total. Eventually I'll probably replace them for like a big 350 watt panel, but this is what I've already had in the garage, so I've just put these on here for now. Same thing, I've had to adapt these L-shaped slotted brackets so this mounts on here nicely. I'll show a bit more of that in another video on my Griffin's Garage page, but yeah, so this should give me a decent amount of power. Okay, so far in the back here what I've done is I've got this just King's drawer system, which I've actually directly bolted through to the tub here. So you've got a little latch, you can open and pull it right out. So eventually we'll have all our food and stuff in here and our utensils and everything. So at the moment we've just got our induction cooktop sitting in there and our pan and stuff like that, but it'll be filled out with food and everything like that. That just slides in easy, super smooth. And right at the back here, I've got a big 24-volt custom system I've built. Okay, so right at the back here I've got this big back box. So I actually modeled this up in 3D and then got it cut out with a CNC machine, and then I painted it all black with like some tub liner. So inside here I've got all my electronics hitting. It's actually a 24-volt system. So I've got a 3000 watt inverter, DC-DC charger, and I've also got MPPT charge controller and like 400 amp hours of 12-volt lithium batteries. So you can open this up here and you can see everything's just nicely hidden away inside here. So there's a little hinged lid here that I just open up to access the batteries. And in here we've got the two iTech World 200 amp hour lithium phosphate batteries. So these are run in series, which makes a 24-volt system. Okay, the reason I decided to go with the iTech 200 amp hour batteries is because for the price they're pretty much the best on the market, I think, because for instance these 200 amp hour batteries can continuously output up to 250 amps, which is like enough to run a 3000 watt inverter. Most of the other options on the market only put up to 150 amps continuously, so they're very high power battery, which is good. Another reason also is because these can run in either parallel or series up to 4 batteries, so you can even use these up to 48 volts if you want, and also up to 800 amp hours at 12 volt. So a lot of the other options you can't even run in series at all. That's why another reason I chose these, because I could run them into 24 volts if I needed. So the reason I've chosen to do a 24 volt system is because once you go above 2000 watts it makes a lot of sense, because you start drawing so much amps that when you increase the voltage, you halve the amount of amps you need to draw. So it means your cables are a lot smaller, and it's just a lot better and more efficient system. So I got in contact with iTech World, and I asked them if I can get a code I can give to my viewers, so if they wanted to buy some of their products, they can use that to get 5% off. So I'll link that below. So that code that will also work on sale items, and it's off the total price of all the things you purchase. So we're just going to have some quick lunch while we're down here. So I've just got some sausages, my little induction cookie here. We've got a little picnic set up here, so we've got nice forks and everything. Put it straight on the back here, turn it on. Throw them on the grill, throw them on the pan. The classic Aussie snag and bread.
Quick and easy.
Yeah. What do you reckon? Is it yummy?
Yeah.
Good. Is it hot? Or is it okay?
Okay.
Okay. Little sauce on the fingers. You can lick them off. Yeah, lick them. The old induction cooker worked a dream. Stoked as be able to just whip this out. The good thing about it is it still works great even if it's really windy, because with gas obviously it blows around and you kind of struggle to get some heat, but induction is no problem. Doesn't matter how windy it is. It's a bit of a breezy day today. The awning's holding up beautifully too. It seems to handle wind really well, because I've also got these little pegs you can put down in the corners if it gets windy, so it's great. It's really good so far. You go to the toilet, do you? Oh, what are we going to do? So this entire canopy setup I did all myself. I installed everything myself, all the wiring, everything. So if you want to see more depth on how I did all that, I'll put a link to my other channel called Griffin's Garage. You can click on that and I put videos on there with really in detail. So obviously this is going to be a work in progress and we'll keep building on it, but we're going to keep some little cool trips planned over the next few months to use with this setup. I'm going to be using a tent now instead of the caravan. That'll be different, but it should be fun.